I just want to start off by saying that Khun takes the phrase, "I'm in my bag," to a new level. Like, he's really in his bag. Like, he's really in his duffy right now. Like, I'm not from New York, but he was in his duffy today, man. Like, he take the phrase, "Go get the bag," to a new level. If you know, you know. But that bag ain't right, bro. So we learned that the bag can not only put entire people inside of it, multiple people at the same time. It's a bottomless bag. I told you about that bag last episode, man. I said it ain't right. He's countering everything with us like a shield type deal too. He can make copies of items, infinite number of copies of that item. Like, we saw multiple crowns, we saw multiple knives. That bag is something serious, and I'm sure it can do other things. I'm not sure, you know. I'm sure that's just the peak of its power, but yeah, Khun is definitely in his bag. What's going on? It's your boy Blackout Jones back again with a review of Tower of God. Let's get into it. I just want to start off by saying that this season has been a sneaky good season of anime if you know where to look, man. So of course, there were some delays with the coronavirus pandemic and things like that, but if you look in the right spots and if you're willing to branch out a little bit, you'll find some good anime series like the ones that I'm reviewing on my channel for this season. And Tower of God is definitely in that mix of a sneaky good show. Like, there was no big, well, I'm ignorant, so but I wasn't anticipating this show I wasn't anticipating to watch this show. But I heard the hype around it, some semi-hype, so I decided to give it a try, and yeah, man, it's a great show. But let's get into this review. All right, so a brief overview of the episode. They leave off from the crown game. The crew finally takes over the throne, and they're about to withstand a barrage of attacks. During this episode, we learn a lot. Also, surprisingly, Rack is about that action. He's a beast. It's a good thing they're on his side. He's on their side. Cause I was skeptical. I'm like, is he really strong? Like, I mean, he's a big gator with a 6-pack, and but Khun, like, he could have handled him. But he's a big motherfucker, man, and he's about that action. And he's funny, man. He needs to hang around with these guys, his turtles, man. But that was just a sidebar. During this fight scene, it was at like 11 minutes or so. I didn't know it was at 11 minutes, but during the fight scene, I had to check during the video what time I was at, because I didn't want to get a cliffhanger, man. I was like, man, I want to get all this shit done, and I want to know everything this episode. But luckily, when I looked, it was at 11 minutes, so we got through the crown game, thank God. But my boy Bam didn't get a chance to holler at Rachel. Oh, I gotta wait another week. Oh my God, yo, they killing me right now. But he was trying to get her attention for so long, and she just would ignore him. I hate that in shows, man. I mean, that's good for the suspense and everything like that. Like, when somebody's like inches away from you, like, yo, excuse me, hello, Rachel, is that you? I'm like, oh, please just turn around and take your hood off. But we don't know why Rachel and her crew were protecting Bam, though. Like, that's still, I don't know. We don't know why that happened. That was odd. Because Rachel obviously wanted to climb the tower, and she was going to they were going to just let the Bam and his crew go all the way, and despite of her own goal. But I said that the game wouldn't, I thought it was going to end differently. I didn't think the game was going to be valid because, the way the other group came in, Rachel's group came in, and, it got disbanded by the test administrator. And they said, because the crown was destroyed, that they couldn't finish the game, so they were going to just move on to the next test, which I figured they would just go on to the next test anyway, because Rachel and Bam still have to go to the tower. And yeah, as I spoke about last episode, I said that they have some type of energy that can be dispensed from the body, like a Kamehameha blast from Dragon Ball Z or a Nin user in JoJo. And unbeknownst to us, our boy Bam can use what they call Shinsu, and he actually turned into a giant ball of Shinsu energy. And when that happened, he almost went to another mode and almost killed the attacker that was going at Rachel and hit him over the head. So he obviously has some untapped power. If he can control that power, he'll be A-okay through the episode, because obviously he, had some inert power when he passed through that water, but now he might have some overt power once he learns how to control the Shinsu. And also, when the two test administrators were talking with each other, they were talking about the rules of the tower, and obviously there's a lot of rules to the tower that we are not privy to. So as more rules develop, because seems like people are breaking the rules, but they're just letting it slide. One of these test administrators is not going to let it slide, and there's going to be consequences to be had, I'm guessing. So that's going to be an interesting time whenever that happens. Let me check my notes. But overall, oh yeah, another quick sidebar. In the end of the episode, we see that the swordsman female, Anak, I think that's her name, she was holding the Black March. Now, they had a wager places, whereas though if they won the crown game, he would give her the Black March. If they lost, he'd give her the Black March. If they won, she would give him the Green Apron. I don't know why I had such a hard time with it. Anyway, yeah. So nobody won. So I'm guessing she's just holding the Black March just until Bam wakes up. But just until Bam wakes up. But hopefully she gives it back to him, because she didn't win the bet. Also, I was like, hopefully we don't have a cliffhanger this week, but sadly we do. Hopefully we see Rachel next episode and they can chop it up with each other and see, like what's going on, and get more of a understanding between the two. Because if they split off again and he has to still continue the tower to go find her again and still talk to her, I'm like, that'd be so dumb. It wouldn't, anywho, she has a request for Bam. She's gonna send it through. Oh, so obviously she's not gonna talk to fucking Bam, because if she's gonna put a request in for Khun to tell him something, then obviously she has no intentions of chopping it up with him. But we'll see next episode what happens. This was a great episode. Was this episode 5? I think it's episode 5. If this episode 5, then they're 5 for 5 so far this season, and they're making a strong case for being the best show of the season. So this is your boy Blackout Jones signing off. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take it easy.